Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Now, there is going to be a whole lot of news stories to cover moving forward, mostly related to January 6th, and I can't say that I'm excited, because I can't think of anything more torturous than becoming a lawyer or going to law school, spending thousands of hours with your nose in a book, reading cases. I mean, just the legal jargon by itself is friggin' torturous, but despite that, of course, it's quite important, and so we have to make certain exceptions. With the release of all the January 6 footage, not only is the narrative shifting quite quickly, but a big topic of conversation is what is the legal ramification for people that are facing prosecution, federal charges, but the video evidence is one thing. Things are getting real spicy now as federal prosecutors inadvertently disclosed likely classified information that may lead to a mistrial in the prosecution of the Proud Boys, specifically one individual known as Dominic Pizzello. These documents are suggesting something seriously sinister. More FBI corruption. Let me show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so we're going to start off with this document right over here. This is a motion to dismiss the January 6th Proud Boys trial, United States of America versus Dominic Pizzola. Defendant Pizzola's motion for dismissal with prejudice, or in the alternative, mistrial regarding recent revelations on Tucker Carlson and associated testimony in the discovery of massive Brady and Jenks violations and violations of due process in the Sixth Amendment with included memorandum of law. Defendant Dominic Pizzola, by and through his undersigned counsel, Roger Roots and Stephen Metcalf, hereby move the court for dismissal of the indictment in this case with prejudice due to recent revelations on the Tucker Carlson show and associated testimony on Thursday, March 2nd, as well as due to Jenks and Brady violations revealed on March 8th, which established that the prosecution has been monitoring attorney-client communications of defendants, destroying evidence, and doctoring and fabricating evidence involving confidential human sources, CHSs. Pizzola requests an evidentiary hearing. And of course, it's just a bunch of legal jargon, but it's way more than that. Leftoids are dismissing this entirely. But if I were you leftoids, I'd be seriously paying attention because this entire case might have to be thrown out. In fact, even Politico is reporting on it. Spill of classified information derails Proud Boys trial. Federal prosecutors inadvertently disclosed likely classified materials to Proud Boys defense attorneys. Justice Department officials indicated on Thursday a snafu that has derailed for at least a full day the most important trial to emerge from the January 6th attack on the Capitol. The admission in court by a top DOJ official came in connection with testimony from FBI agent Nicole Miller, one of the lead investigators in the Proud Boy case. Miller has already spent 2 days testifying about the Proud Boys' January 6 activities, their march to the Capitol from the Washington Monument, and key role in the breaches that led to the broader attack. As part of her testimony, prosecutors shared with defense lawyers a set of internal FBI messages that Miller had sent and received from colleagues related to the case, a standard production of evidence in criminal cases. To compile those exchanges, FBI headquarters sent Miller a spreadsheet of her messages, culled from a computer network classified at the secret level. Miller then reviewed the messages and filtered them to ensure only relevant unclassified exchanges were included. In the latest hiccup in a seditious conspiracy trial that has been marked by excruciating delays and extended legal disputes, prosecutors say that Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio and 4 leaders of the group schemed to prevent the transfer of power from Donald Trump to Joe Biden. The group, according to the Justice Department, split into teams that helped engineer the breach of police lines and ultimately the building itself, when one of the defendants, Dominic Pizzola, smashed a Senate wing window with a stolen riot shield. This is a photo of Proud Boy member Dominic Pizzola, who is in fact smashing a window breaching the Capitol with a riot shield. The feds are charging him with seditious conspiracy, but the entire case is now in limbo. In fact, I even believe that the jury has been dismissed, at least temporarily, as leaked documents or leaked messages are now showing that in this case, the FBI attempted to withhold information, operate without oversight by Congress, delete thousands of messages, destroy evidence, and alter the record, edit themselves out of the equation behind the scenes as they operated this case. Julie Kelly on Twitter breaks the whole thing down. Breaking: drama in the Proud Boys trial yesterday after FBI agent is caught lying on the stand and concealing evidence from defense attorneys. Motion filed this morning from Nick Smith, attorney representing Ethan Nordine. This is what happens when a rogue, corrupt FBI is allowed to lie to the public, withhold information, and operate without oversight by Congress. This agent, or someone else, deleted thousands of messages in the FBI link messaging system, messages relevant to the investigation and required to be produced by defense counsel. Today, government witness special counsel Nicole Miller was cross-examined. She testified that she understood her legal duty under the Jenks Act to produce U.S. Attorney's Office USAO written statements related to the subject matter of her testimony. Miller acknowledged that among those statements were messages that she sent in the FBI's link messaging system, where Bureau employees communicate with one another. She testified that in order to comply with her Jenks obligations, she compiled her link messages in an Excel spreadsheet, which was then produced to the USAO. The version of Miller's Excel sheet produced to the defense contained 25 rows of her link messages. In cross-examination, the agent acknowledged that she alone compiled that disclosure. She testified that those messages constituted a complete production of her Jenks statements from Link. However, a close examination of the agent's sheet revealed over 1,000 hidden Excel rows of messages. Nothing to see here. Just thousands of rows missing from the record. Julie Kelly then adds, what messages did the FBI conceal from defense? A request by an FBI informant to alter an official CHS confidential human source report. We can see it right over here, a little snippet from the actual Excel spreadsheet. You need to go into that CHS report you just put and edit out that I was present. Going back and altering the record. Concealing that an individual was present. Brazen lawlessness at FBI in its biggest January 6 case. An FBI boss also instructed agents to, quote, destroy hundreds of items of evidence. Miller's communications with another agent who states that the FBI's, quote, boss assigned her 338 items of evidence that she has to destroy. From the hidden rows in Miller's link spreadsheet, it is apparent that the defense has not received all of her Jenks statements in these relevant communications, and that is because the individuals with whom Miller exchanges messages can be seen responding to the agent, but her own statements are missing. And if you think it ends there, well, not even close. Here's another possible violation. Julie Kelly writes to Twitter, I'm going to keep posting stuff here from the clown show in the Judge Tim Kelly's courtroom for the Proud Boys trial. Here is sworn testimony from the now compromised FBI agent on the case who admitted that the FBI read emails between the defendant and his attorneys. Here's the official transcript. So, Miss Miller, Agent Miller, excuse me, this is messy and I apologize, but I'm going to draw a yellow area next to a snatch of conversation. You've had a little bit of time to review it now. It appears that there is a conversation in link between you and an agent named T. Wang, correct? Correct. This is dated October 1st, 2021, right? It is. Now it says the first message from T. Wang found an email thread with Rel. Rel is referring to Zach Rel. I would assume yes, she responds. Okay, and this message from T. Wang is to an email account that's named nmiller2@fbi.sgov.gov, right? It is. And is that your email account? It is. Okay, so going back to your first statement, it says, found an email thread with Rel and his attorney Mosley. The attorney raised some interesting points, right? Yes. Then later on, a couple of rows down, T. Wang says, I need to find other emails. But this one email definitely indicates that they want to go to trial. Don't freak out, Jason and Luke, yet, right? Yes. So Mr. Wang appears to be messaging you about emails that he's reading between defendant Rel and his attorney, right? It appears so. They were spying on privileged communication between the defendant and his legal representation. Holy moly, holy bombshell. Let's just really quickly quantify everything that we went over so far. In this case, against Proud Boy members, there's a leaked message suggesting that an FBI boss told those FBI agents to, quote, destroy 338 items of evidence. FBI agent Miller, who was supposed to produce messages from the FBI link chat, failed to do so, leaving out thousands of lines of messages, and one message literally reads, quote, edit me out, which could possibly mean altering evidence retroactively, going back and altering the record. And on top of all of that, a clear violation of attorney-client privilege, monitoring defendants' emails with their legal counsel during the investigation and ahead of trial. Now I get it. Proud Boys member Dominic Pizzola, he smashed a window, but the FBI seemingly destroyed evidence, altered the record, withheld evidence, and illegally spied and violated an American citizen's rights when it comes to his legal defense. This shows you how the cake is made, folks. This shows you how the FBI operates, and it shows you exactly how focused they are on making a massive spectacle and politically persecuting and prosecuting individuals who were present on that day. I'm no legal expert, I'm no judge, but my determination is that this case should be thrown out immediately. The case should be dismissed with prejudice. We're getting a deeper and deeper look into just how corrupt the FBI is. It has become weaponized. It's a weapon for the political deep state in Washington. And don't take it from me, take it from Nicole Parker, a former FBI agent, testifying in front of Congress last week. We'll end the video there.
Over the course of my 12 plus years, the FBI's trajectory has transformed. On Bureau, the Bureau's mission had remained the same, but its priorities and governing principles shifted dramatically. The FBI became politically weaponized, starting from the top in Washington and trickling down to the field offices. Although FBI employees have their First Amendment rights, they are not at the liberty to allow their personal political views or preferences to determine their course of action or inaction in any investigation. Lady Justice must remain blind. Those that do not uphold these responsibilities cause a negative ripple effect throughout the agency in the field. It's as if there became two FBIs. Americans see this, and it is destroying the Bureau's credibility, causing Americans to lose faith in the agency and therefore the hardworking and highly ethical agents who still do the heavy lifting and pursue noble cases. It makes it very difficult for agents to do their job when the FBI loses the respect of the American people.